Hi, Matt.
Hey, how's it going?
Good and you?
Good, good. I was just,
That's
oh,
that's a
I,
small crowd.
yeah, I was about to say, I was looking through going like, oh yeah, I think a lot of people are on vacation. So I was going through my list right now, being like, is there anybody else I should be pinging? But yeah, I think almost everybody, I know like Sean has a conflict today. So I think like, yeah, other than I think Sean is the only other person I would have expected to make it in today. Everybody else, I think, is out
Okay.
on vacation because it's summer. So,
Yeah, I was expecting that's probably something to be expected during the middle of August.
mm.
Um, yeah, I hope those vacations are good.
Yeah, I mean that's what I can hope for too. We'll hear about it next month.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, cool.
hopefully.
So
Okay. So yeah, probably we can. It's not. I don't know if you share. Otherwise, I think probably not worth doing a very long meeting. On my end, I had only a small question regarding 327 timeline.
yeah, okay,
But that's it. I don't know
okay.
if,
I guess I'll just give my updates and that may answer your question maybe, but
okay.
we'll do that and then yeah, if you have any updates on your end and then we'll just discuss
Okay.
whatever other things we haven't covered, I guess.
Hmm.
So, cool. So, oh, I didn't set this up, but let's see. Um, I guess the main things for me in terms of all of our check-ins and such are I guess let's start with the one that you care about, which is 327. I guess we're aiming for the I guess small release. I think I've been mentioning that in kind of the last one. So we're aiming for a small release in the end of August, early September timeframe.
Okay, so that's coming soon.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it should be coming up pretty soon. Mostly, I guess, yeah. Once again, it's really small sets of updates, so a few bug fixes. I think the major features we're looking at right now is I guess the host process container support for Windows. And then I think we were able to validate our support for overlay networking in AKS with the Azure CNI. So that's another thing that will be, I guess, a part of 327. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it for 327. Is there anything else you wanted to know about 327 before we move on with that?
No, that was mostly it. The main thing is I'm interested in the features that might be have that might be that might need their counterpart in Calico VP implemented
Mhm.
and generally the timeline. So BGP often
Yeah.
rings a bell, but
I don't think we made any changes to BGP. I need to go check. It's actually really nice because the release note list is actually fairly small because once again we haven't been doing too many big things there
okay.
though. Does eBPF affect that?
I
Okay,
don't think
okay. Yeah, if eBPF doesn't affect it because we have some larger eBPF changes going in
hmm,
for IPv6, but
IPv6.
they're not going to be ready by, or at least it won't be feature complete by the time 327 goes out. So there'll
Okay.
be a lot of the groundwork laid out, but maybe not all of the feature itself won't necessarily be ready at that point in time.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. And
IPv6 is it's always a thrill to explore.
it's one of those things where I think it's like everybody's like we shouldn't spend a ton of time pushing it out necessarily, because you're going to want to validate so many different things. So we'll be careful with it. Hopefully, hopefully it won't destroy everything for everybody. Cool. And then I think the only other thing is for 325.2, we're still updating libs and checking things for some CVEs. So it hasn't gotten as much attention since we've been focused on some other pieces that have to do kind of with our builds and some other stability pieces for releases. So we haven't made too much progress on actually pushing that release out. Though I'm hoping to do that kind of in this coming month. So yeah, we'll see. And yeah, I think that's it on our end.
Okay. So on my end, it's been relatively calm as well. The main focus that we have is stability, tracking down the last bugs. So the main two that we are chasing right now are, there is one related to WildGuard enabling and disabling. So basically, when you disable WildGuard, cluster becomes unstable due to, so that trickled down to a routing issue in the DPP, an implementation issue in the way the routing works for WildGuard, probably. So there is this one, and there is another one on kind, which is actually quite interesting. We found out recently, is that on some of the implementations, the way we do the routing on the nodes, so on kind, it's not really a node. It's not super thrilled to be playing alongside the way kind does DNS. So we intercept traffic between the pods going out of the node. We process them in VPP, so that escapes IP tables, and the kind does IP table to handle DNS. So it's basically kind and DNS issue. There was that, and also a few checksum issues as well. But I think we might have gotten the last one that I was aware of. So
Gotcha. Is the checksum one different, or does that have to do with the DNS
yeah,
stuff as well?
it's another issue. So we initially thought the DNS issue was a checksum bug, but they were they are actually two separated bugs. So and yeah, and that's mostly it. The main focus is really hardening at this point.
Gotcha. Cool. No, that sounds good. And then I guess you guys are aiming to get that out with 327, or it's just I guess your release is shortly after.
Yeah, we always do a release after the Calico Linux release, because they're just a story of Go modules. We depend on the Go modules, and so we have to point at the release tag. So we need that to be present.
Gotcha.
So our goal is to do a release so we should be able to do it a couple weeks after your release. And our goal is to be GA quality at this point. So we'll see if that manage to achieve that. But that's
okay.
That's the focus right now.
Okay. And then I'm hoping it won't cause any problems if we're like, we're closer to the early September mark versus the late August.
No, but that's why I was asking about the timeline, because it changes the way the plan, the timeline that the schedule that we try to follow internally. So
okay.
Good to know.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, we're trying to be a little bit more aggressive with it, but I need to check with some folks first before I say, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be able to do. So cool. Sweet. I think that's pretty much it. I don't have any like hot issues or anything else this time around. So I think with that check-in, that pretty much completes what I have planned for the community meeting. So cool. Unless there's anything else you wanted to discuss or ask about.
No, just maybe that you put the check-in sneak peek below the July 12th, and
Oh,
they just minor.
oops. Yeah, let me do that real quick.
But thanks.
Nothing. Good catch.
Not confuse the ones on the holidays when they come back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you go on holiday. Everything's disorienting, right?
Yeah. Of course.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Thanks for showing up, and I'll see you next month.
Thanks.
All right.
Likewise. See you next month then.
Yep. Bye.
Have a good one.